A very good afternoon to everyone, all my listeners from every part of the world, wherever you're listening to us from. My name is Ade Thomas, and today we are on Nollywood Conversation with one of your renowned actor. He's a well-known actor from Nigeria. Anyway, you might have seen his name underneath the screen anyway, so there's nothing much we could do about that one. I wanted to say I'm going to keep it a secret until later on when I'm going to reveal his name. But everybody knows your name, everybody knows your pictures. There's nothing to hide. So I'm just going to go ahead and reveal who you are to the whole world. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Nollywood Conversation on Heritage Television in London.
Good afternoon, Ade.
Fantastic. It's nice. I'm very happy to have you on the set with me. Fantastic. Even though you are on one part of the world, I'm on the other part of the world. But technologies these days has make things very easy, and you can actually be in the moon, and I'm here, and we can still talk and have a proper conversation, face-to-face conversation. Thank God for technology. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, sir, for the benefit of very, very few who doesn't know you physically?
Yeah, my name is Emeka Ike. I'm a filmmaker. I'm an actor, an engineer, mechanical engineer, turned actor, a businessman, and a happily married man.
Fantastic. I like the last part, happily married man. I can see you're happily married because I can see how the rapport was going on between you and your family over there. Thank you for joining me once again on Heritage Television. And I really want to thank God for the people that facilitates this to happen. First of all, a million tears. But before we go there, your background, you're growing up, the school you attended, how you become mechanical engineer, and what inspired you to leave that lucrative side as well and turn into a Nollywood star, well loved by so many people. Go ahead, sir.
Emeka Ike I was born in Lagos some years ago by Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas Ike, or Deacon and Deaconess Nicholas Ike of the Assemblies of God fame. He's a church boy. I attended Ansarudin Primary School. I was actually trained by an Islamic school. That was my first school in life, Ansarudin Primary School. Then I graduated. I went to Ejigbo Community High School, from where I went to School of Basic Studies, Agidimbi, where I did my A-levels. Then I also went to Gobi College, where I did my lower six and upper six. Then went to Yabatech, where I graduated with my ordinary national diploma in mechanical engineering. Then also furthered again to my higher national diploma in mechanical engineering. Then along the line, I needed to work. I needed to do something, and you know how I needed to make money. I needed to be a secular man, but you know how it is to get a job in Africa. So in the bid to get a job, it wasn't easy for me because you need to be somebody's son, or you need to get a letter of recommendation from somewhere. You know, just a bad situation in Africa. And while I was waiting for that, the movie thing came on board. And I found out that I could actually do this, you know. And then scarily enough too, then I got some job with Print. I don't know. It's a textile company around Oshodi Solo Expressway. But I think, I don't know if they're still around the corner. But when they showed me to my office where I'll be working, I saw the threads, the nails, the hammer, the rammers, and all that. It was just like a mechanic workshop. I didn't know what something about me didn't accept that. And I think that was when I started getting scared of engineering, you know, and I started going for auditioning. And my first auditioning was with Mega Fortune, TV serial by Chapter Oyemi. And I didn't know I did well. I just did the same thing we did in church, like the drama. I just did what I know to do. I'm going to invite you for next week. and that was it. Then the second week, I come back, and that was how just faithfully
And it keep rolling from
got
there.
into the country.
So, you get to this factory where you're supposed to work as a mechanical engineer, and you saw some engines there, like an engine room, and that actually scared you. Is that what scared you, or destiny scared you and said, "Boy, I'm not. You're not meant to be here. I have another different plan for you." Maybe that's why you're scared, because you must have seen some engine while you're studying before.
Yeah, if I met those things outside my office, like if I met the late machine and all those thread in the workshop,
Yeah.
it is another ball game. But right in my office where I've been sitting, just there was not what I wanted, and I discovered, I'm here with these things, and it wasn't a clean room office situation. It was just still like a workshop store. I said, no, 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 I can't be here.
I don't think that is what scared you. I think what actually scared you there is your destiny that scared you. I say, "Oh boy, I don't want you here. No matter what you go, you can go and study mechanical. We can study anything. I have another agenda." Because you call yourself a church boy. And when you are a
Yes,
church
that's
boy, the Lord will guide your step.
amen.
And that's why
Blessed
probably
was the Lord
God
that was
guide your step.
blessed was the Lord that was guiding my step then, because
Yes,
I just didn't feel like it anymore. I just felt like no, no, no.
I like that. I like that. So you were born in March 21st, so many years ago in Lagos. So that makes you over 50 now, conveniently over 50, and you are happily married with a family. You've set up your own family. You were married to this beautiful woman called Suzanne, right? And you're happy. Let's go to your film days. We want to talk about two of your film or
Sorry,
three of your film.
sorry.
You, you're not
I'm
hearing
not
me.
married to any Suzanne. I was never married to any Suzanne.
Oh,
My ex-wife was never called Suzanne.
yeah.
I married her as Emma Rero Swagene.
Okay.
It was during the school red that her name was changed then.
Yeah.
I've never heard it all my life till the scandal came up.
Yeah.
Then I started seeing the word Suzanne,
Yeah.
and I don't know where that came from. It made it all look so strange. And are we talking about the same person here?
Yeah.
So that was part of the scandal. That name, my kids don't know that name. I never knew. I just popped up one day on his couch, and I saw somebody answering
Yeah.
Suzanne. But right now I'm remarried, and I have a
Fantastic.
new family, and her name is not Susan.
You have a good
Either.
family. That's what I would say. You have a good family because I could, like I said, I could see the rapport. The reason I brought that question is because there's a big question mark on that thing, and I want to make sure I clarify with people so that the people of the world actually know what's happening. Because sometimes you have to have a chance to put your own side of the story to people, which will clear things and straighten things up. Okay, A Million Tears. Is that your first movie?
No,
What was your
I've
first movie?
done over 100 before I did A Million Tears.
Okay, but is that the one that bring you up to limelight?
No,
Okay.
my first movie brought me to limelight, Deadly Affair,
Wow. Even the name is deadly.
with Sam Loco. Deadly Affair with Sam Loco,
Yeah.
Chuku,
Yeah.
and that was my first movie. A
Okay.
box was a hit.
You see why I said to you earlier on that God is actually directing your steps. The first hit you have, the first attempt you made, you get there. Whereas if you're working with those needles and thread and bars and things, you might still be struggling by now. Who knows? So
That good.
It's good to have faith in
I
God.
was
In
good.
it.
Yeah,
I would like to say a very big thank you to Elder Ike and Nicholas Ike. Am I right? That actually
Elder Ike and Deacon.
they can see it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That is very, very good. So we're going to go to some of the questions that has been prepared. The good thing is that you're a Christian. You're a good Christian, not just a Christian. You're a good Christian because the first impression lasts long. You said to me you're a church person, and I'm really impressed with that. Your fans has really missed those romantic scenes of yours on screen. What could be the reason for your absence for some time?
It's not just me these days. It's nearly actor in my genre.
Yeah.
We were making our movie format was CD. We distributed for Africa, the world, and in those days when I make a movie, you see like a container load of my product is being exported out of Nigeria. So that was our export, and then we made money from it.
Yeah.
It was used to grow. The industry refused to get into a structure
Yeah.
till the cable system came online, and that was when DSTV came online, and people had to start connecting us through the cable. No more by our franchise. You're no more buying CDs. You are now paying for cable.
Yeah.
Now that was tricky
Hmm.
because um, you now have to see us. We calculated in system. We were not negotiating. So plenty.
Hmm.
That was what happened. So right now we don't see plenty of our movies. The system decided to make. That was when they came along with their Big Brother stuff to make people like Frank Kuti, whatever it is, and start making their own, so they can use us to brand them. You know, all that in the industry. And a couple of us felt, well, we were able to make.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That is very good. That is very good. At least you know what you want and you know how to get it and you're pursuing it. Great. Okay. Uh, what is the project you are presently involved in? Is there any project you're presently involved in?
Um, watch out for
Without letting
the
too much
EI.
out.
Watch out for the EI product. It's a clothing, accessories, and all that. It's a global thing on Amazon. It's coming up very soon,
Fantastic.
and very soon you're going to have to buy clothes carrying my name, Emeka Ike, my heart, my caps, my cups, pillowcases, and all that. A whole lot is going on in that direction.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a new that and
It's
my
a new
fans can
venture.
have, yes, a new investment.
Okay. Fantastic. Did you actually make money from Nollywood? Do people actually make money directly from Nollywood?
We made money, yes. By the time you sell plenty CDs, your money rises. And I'm that 1 million jacket put actor.
Mm.
When you release my movie in the first week, it's hitting 1 million jackets.
Mm.
And then with that, it rises. I could make as much as 1.5 million per movie. In those days, 1.8 million. I remember I made a movie in Ghana for $20,000. And sometimes it's just for 7 days. And if you do like 5 days, 4 days, 7 days, in 1 month to make like five, six, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. 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 That's good. But the way they're doing it on YouTube now, are you saying that that is not the best way to do it because the actors end up earning less money? Is that what you're saying?
Okay. There needs to be structure in the industry. There is the need for the actors to come together, go and get what belongs to them. Movies are online and we're not being paid. I'm here in Germany, I'm watching my movie through Skype, and somebody's getting paid, and I'm not paid. You were able to as actors and go for these people. Just yesterday, Iron TV came. You remember when they came to interview me at the forest where I was hunting for animals, and they were just put up. And in a few years, there are TVs everywhere. Were they paying artists? No. Just TV station, you can own whatever by going online, and nobody charges you for that. Nobody takes you to court. And then I was trying to be the Actors Guild of Nigeria. I was the president, and I tried my best to fight them. And it was a dirty fight because they have made so much money from us that they can just give out 50 million for your fight. They could give somebody 100, make sure they rubbish you. And everybody thinks about you just because you get those rights.
Okay.
So that the actors need to come together, the producers, the directors. We need to come and find a way of creating a metric system. That's what rules the world. So when your movie is played anywhere in the world, you can get on your phone. That's what I want to give to the president. A period. Then when we were working together, we're trying to make sure that every entertainer gets a biometric card, and through that you can get your monies in your own personal account. So all that is still what we need from these movies online.
Okay. I'm going to say something because I was deliberating with my wife some few weeks ago. If you look on YouTube now, there's so many people streaming themselves on YouTube. So many companies. Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody wants to own their YouTube channel and make their own money privately. And if you look at the Western world, they unite. Maybe about 5 or 6 companies making film. Not up to 10 in the whole of the Western world. But in the whole of Nigeria, if you look on YouTube, you have that Ibaka, you have that one, you have that one. We were counting the other day, we have about 36 of them. How can you make money doing that? Because you're not together. And when you're together, you make more money. But unfortunately, when everybody wants to do their own thing separately, then there's no more money. And then when your fans want to look for your film, they cannot just go somewhere and look for the film. They have to go to 30 different places to look for your film. In my own thing, I look at it and said, there's too many of you guys putting film on YouTube. The less people that put film on YouTube, the better for the actors and the producer and the people who engage. The people that make money when there's so many of you is YouTube. But our people don't realize that. And every day, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the African story. That's the Batman story. Everybody likes to be personified. Everybody likes I business, and that has made corporate business nearly impossible in the movie industry. And that's how it should be done. The way you just described it. There needs to be the actors and the creative units, the industry. They need to together and or build something, and it can be a system that can pay us back directly. But that's never going to happen because I don't know. I think building that bridge is a lot of challenge because of those who are already making and milking that industry. So if you're people who are already existing in that line, and they'll do everything to make sure they shut you down. And they will actually blackmail you. You will be looking like the fall guy because they have the followership, they have made the money.
African way of doing things is still a terrible way. I'm so sorry to say this. It's still very terrible the way we group things together. And the bigger you are together, the better it is for you. And like I said, people are going to watch films less because if that one is doing one, that one is doing one. That if I have to look for a film now, I have to go through like 30, 40 different channels on YouTube to look for it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And it's not the best of the best thing, but that's the, like you said, is the African way of doing things, and nobody can change that because they're so used to that already. And there's nothing much we could do about that one. The next thing I want to say, what do you think we can do? What do you think the producers guilds can do? What do you think the actors union can do? What do you think the tampan people can do to change this orientation? And it's happening everywhere anyway. When someone is selling yam, dundu in the market, fried yam in the market, everybody wants to become a yam seller because that person is making money. And that is not how life is. What advice will you give to your colleague, your producers, your actors, your filmmakers, on how to trade this? Because it's going to come to a situation in which they will not be making money anymore. What advice would you like to give them?
They need to come together and be real to themselves. The more we keep being greedy, the more we keep thinking about ourselves, the more we all lose. Because unfortunately, the people appropriating the industry today are not the best. They are not the best of the industry. You don't see people like Genevieve running the industry. You don't see people like Richard. You just see them in flicks. You don't see people like Emeka running the industry or the guild. The people you see are some people you never done. They can assemble the product, a platform. So that is the little bit of the problem we have. People doing the politics. So all they need to do is play the structure level for us, and then if a man is bringing, you have no say in it. Just places you on the chessboard. So I think we need to smell the coffee and the end to this whole thing. If we continue the way I don't have in the industry anymore because where. But if they can actually come to themselves, if you're not considering your immediate gain, you're thinking about the generations unborn. You're thinking about the young people that will benefit from it. In case you're dead tomorrow, your son can come and have a place of pride. But if this way you're thinking about the money you're making from the five movies that are paying artists to, it will only last for a while.
Okay. One of the reasons the movie industry in the Western world is very powerful is because they are together. They are together. There's a saying in Nigeria that if you take a broomstick and break it, it's going to break. But if you take a bunch of broomstick and try to break it, it's not that easy to break. I have some question from your fans online. It might be controversy. If you answer it, fine. If you want to pass it, fine. They were saying, what is your stand about Biafra? You don't have to answer that. If you want to pass it, you're allowed to pass that. If you don't want to get involved with politics.
Well, the people of Biafra are a sect of a particular tribe from Nigeria that they have a geographic, like the Oduduwas believe that they are from Oduduwa nation and the Arewans. So I think the three came together to form Nigeria. So that is they have then the what I can say about Biafra. It's supposed to represent the name for Nigerians from the eastern parts of Nigeria.
Anyway, thank you for answering that question, because people are actually begging online to say, please answer that question, please answer that question, which is very surprising. Yeah, I thank our viewers for asking that question. And then they know, people said we need to know where you stand, which you actually said. And there's another question. Are you a Biafran? Are you an Odudua? Are you an Arewa? Or are you a Fulani?
I'll call myself a Biafran because I carry a Nigerian passport.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Biafra is not yet in existence.
Yeah.
But I'm an Igbo man to the core.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
If Igbo man chooses tomorrow to take any decision,
yeah,
I will go with Igbo man. Yeah. Because I was born an Igbo man.
Yeah.
I can never be a Fulani man.
Yeah.
I can never be a Yoruba man.
Yeah.
But I'm a Nigerian.
At the moment.
By formation. Yes, because we are Nigerians and that's the country we know.
Thank you very much for that. I'm going to go back to the initial questions we have, even though more questions are coming in. We're going to come back to some of the questions online, but let's go back to original questions so that we don't deviate too much from where we're coming from. Okay, they actually sending their message. Maybe we've touched it. This one as well, you don't have to touch it if you don't want to touch it, right? We understand you presently have another woman in your life who's your wife with kids, and you're happy together. What inspired that woman to say, oh, I'm going to go for you because you are the kind of man I'm looking for?
Well, maybe if you call her, she can explain to you what she said about me. But she thought that I was different from what you guys were saying online. You know, somebody just made out to blackmail me, and the people just perhaps, of course, as a celebrity, you expect haters. Okay, so somebody made out to blackmail me, and my image was nearly dented. I've never beaten a woman in my life. I have never beaten this beautiful woman, and I would never beat her. I am a gentleman. If you said I womanize, every man does.
Every man womanize. Everybody womanize. Especially if you don't call them, they're going to call you anyway.
What? My wife is saying what? Not anymore, though. That's what she said. As a man, if you blackmail a man as a womanizer, it makes more sense. But going to the extreme of calling me a woman beater, oh, that was I never expected that. That was
overboard.
Wicked. That was overboard. My kids still can't understand, because I remember my first son asking her, he beats me in the car. And people the kids started laughing. I don't understand what that means. He beats me in the car. If he wants to beat you, pussy, I'm going to beat you or what? So it's just some crazy thing that came up by some people that took over the situation. Because the only way you can get out of the situation was to blackmail him. You understand? You have to look back. People can accept you for who you are, what you're trying to do. But these people were the same people that shut down my secondary school. Google me, you find out that I own St. Nicholas College on CMD Road, opposite Government House. An expensive school. But this school was shut down on the very day I was leaving Nigeria for America. She allowed me to get out of Nigeria. As I got on board, the driver came in and said, yes, our guy is on air. And then she rang the assembly bell and closed down my investment of over 450 million. Nobody's talking about that. Now, how do you get out of such shame? You need to blackmail him. And that's why you start hearing, oh, he's a woman beater. And some headless women, although of course it's not headless women, this is a group of people that decided to build this story around to get me the image they need to get her out of my sight. I did everything to make her come back. I was on my knees in court, but I didn't know that what I was fighting was beyond what I was seeing.
A lost cause, yeah.
It was much more later that I discovered that, oh, there were assassins coming to my house. Assassin has visited me over 4 times. Thank God that the police had given me gun to protect myself. They know I'm also a crazy man. They don't dare face me because I want to do that Nollywood thing practically. And I swear I'll bring them all down. They won't leave my house without, I will make sure if there are 4 dies before they leave my house. They knew I was a crazy man. That was why the assassins could not work. So if a woman knows about her husband's assassination, how can she leave the marriage without blackmail? And that's why she's not saying anything tomorrow. I want you guys to ask her that I have accused her of bringing assassins to my house. Every time they came to my house, I call her and say, Madam, assassins came to this house. You will see no expression from her. She will say nothing about this thing. It's like, oh, she hasn't heard anything. It was much more later when we made peace that my son told me, Daddy, those men came into the house that night. I'm like, what? Only God saved me and saw me through. So the only way they can close that chapter of assassin was to blackmail me. I arrested one of the boys, Kiari, the SAS head in Abuja. He was in Lagos then. I got to a point, I had to drop the case because of my kids. So that's the story. I wouldn't want to go on and prosecute her and then say, okay, I'm winning the case and whatever. I just said, let me forget this case and let me just go straight and live a new life. I am not a woman beater. Please, I'm a gentleman. Those saying it are the group of people that try to tarnish me because they failed in the assassination attempts. I'm a gentleman. I don't even smack my kids. There's a way you can look at your kids and they will get the message. They don't need to smack them to get the message right. So why will you beat your wife? And then the next thing you see, Susan. Who is Susan? I asked the person. They said, that's your former wife's name. I said, no. I registered at Unilag. My schoolmates that we left Yabatech together that are now lecturers gave her admission after secondary school. I put her there in Unilag. I never saw Susan on her birth certificate. She came out from Unilag. Go and see her certificate. There's no Susan. Who the hell is Susan? The blackmailer now. That's the new blackmailer I'm facing. Susan is a blackmailer.
Okay. That is fantastic because I will call this program Putting the Record Straight. And I'm going to do as much as possible to help in putting the record straight on this one because it will go a long way.
The woman you talked about in my life now discovered that I am different
from what she was saying online.
I am far from what she has read online. I'm a humane man. I give life to people. Ask people who know me. I have so many millionaires all over the world today that just pass through me to be something in life. Have so many kids on scholarship in my school then, St. Nicholas College. I open my Instagram and I see some of my ex-students telling me how they were my students. Some are musicians now, some are in Canada, some are all over the world.
Yeah.
That's the man. I'm not what they did. They try to defame me so they can get their message. Now that they've gotten what they wanted, I hope they're enjoying it.
They can't enjoy it because there's no point, there's nothing to enjoy in trying to bring somebody down. The good thing is that I didn't know about all this because I refused to go into the bragging deeper. And during the beginning of the conversation, I said, God is ordering your steps. Maybe if you grow up with this woman, maybe she might poison you. And when everything comes, maybe that's why God takes you out.
I've been going to toilet all that while and I've been pulling blood.
Yeah,
Since this woman has left, I've never pulled blood.
yeah,
I just go to the toilet and I have blood like that coming out of my system.
yeah, yeah.
I'll call this heartless woman. I'll tell her I'm pulling blood. Not even tell me let's go to the hospital.
Hmm.
I'll treat myself because I'm a strong man by nature.
Yeah.
But now that I'm beginning to realize, how come I don't blood anymore? I even went to test if I had cancer at my hospital in Ogudu. What's the name of my hospital in Ogudu on Oshobo Street? I have a land as property on that street.
Hmm.
I went to test if I could have, if maybe I had some complication that's leading to that. Nothing.
Hmm.
Nothing.
Like I said, God is seriously ordering your step, and I believe He will keep ordering your step, especially when your parents are not living God, when you're not living God yourself. And the first impression I have about you when I came into your house with your woman is that you are happy together because she was there around you. She's there to promote you. She's there to make sure everything goes well for you. And I'm sure she has so much reason to do that. I'm not trying to praise her so that she can give me a cup of tea or coffee, though. I'm just saying what I know. And this is your baby girl. Wow. Hello, baby. Wow. God bless you. This one is very happy as well. Look at her smiling and laughing. Hello. Hello. Okay, now you're looking at us now. You see, that one is smiling. That one is very, very full of life, full of happiness. I really thank God for your life now. I'm going to say something before I try and close the show down. No matter what people say about you, no matter what other tries to put you through, if God did not give you that name, they can't win. If you don't give yourself that name, they can't win. It is you.
They didn't win. They won't win.
They won't win. They won't win because if you're not doing something and people are trying to pin something that you're not doing onto you, there's no way they can win. There's no way on earth they could win. The only thing I will advise you is to keep doing the good that you know how to do and keep following your heart. And I'm sure everything will keep going in the right direction. That is the most important things I want you to bear in mind. That is the most important thing I want you to realize. That is the most important thing I want you to remember. For people who wants to become an actor or actress, what advice do you have for them? Don't be like that film that film called Taken, that the gentleman take the daughter to a singer and said, my daughter wants to become a singer. What advice do you have for my daughter? And the singer said, tell her to find another job. Don't be like that. So people that are inspired to be an actor or actress and they're looking up to people like you to advise them, what advice will you give them? Over to you.
First of all, they should go to school. They should get another vocation apart from the acting business.
Yeah.
I read engineering. In case acting failed me, I could dust off my certificate and fall back on my certificate. Now, that industry is not structured enough to give life to an actor or an actress right now. It's still it's operated by different people of different minds. Some make you make blue movie without you knowing. Some get you sexually abused and nobody to tell or ask you. You close your mouth in shame. But if you're going into the industry, just know that it's like going to the valley of the shadow, and you pray to God properly, and then God will direct you like He directed me. You will see somebody who could assist you, but then make sure you're properly educated. You have another vocation that you can fall onto. So you don't just say, "Oh, I'm an actor, I'm an actress," and you're not able to do anything. You can't do anything else than just going to
Acting.
stand in front of somebody. Anything he tells you is what you're going to do. And that's what I want to make my fans avoid.
Okay, that's a very good advice. Get a vocation first. Get your education first. Get it right. So if anything happens at the end of the day, you have something to fall onto. Because if you don't have anything to fall onto, you just do like a dummy. Whatever they tell you is what you're gonna follow. That is the advice you've just given us. I really appreciate your advice today. I really thank you. Before we go, uh, acting. Are you quitting acting, or you are just on sabbatical leave or garden leave?
I'm just starting. Very soon, you're going to see me in some Hollywood flicks.
Yeah,
Very soon. At
fantastic.
least now I'm with my family in Germany and I do auditionings.
Yeah,
So I want to give it a new packaging.
yeah.
We've worked in a system where there was no structure. Let's see how it is to work in a system where there's structure.
Yeah.
But you can also go to YouTube. On YouTube, you can go to Rocksteady TV
Yeah.
on YouTube, and you can also see some of my latest Nollywood movies too.
Okay, that's good. That's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to do. That's a very good thing to do. I commend your effort. I commend your openness, because sometimes people don't like to be open on what they're doing. But I really commend how open you are about what you're doing and your inspiration for others. Where are you from exactly? I know you were born
I'm
in
from a
Lagos.
Himembano.
The
I'm
name
from
of
a
your village.
Himembano local government.
The name of your village. That's what
Okay,
people are asking for.
okay, let me start. I am Diopara of Umudurowere. Diopara means the first son of Umudurowere in Uduregwele community of Ehime local government area of Imo State in Nigeria.
Okay. Tell us about Strength of a Woman. The film, Strength of a Woman. That's your film, isn't it?
I can't remember that story, honestly. I know I made the movie, but I can't remember who acted this movie.
That
It
came
must have
out
been a
from the
long time.
blue. Okay. Okay, they've just sent me another one. They send me another one, and this one is Test My Heart.
What?
Test My Heart.
Oh my God, I've made a million movies. I can't remember these movies, honestly. Test My Heart, maybe over 10 years ago, 15 years
Wow.
ago.
Wow.
I'm not that brilliant.
Another brilliant film. Okay. You've done film with people who inspire you in the industry among the Nollywood people before we go to Hollywood. Among the Nollywood people who inspire you.
I don't, when we started, Nollywood was not there. Let's be real.
Yeah.
The only movies we had there was Living in Bondage and Igbo film. So that is not Nollywood that can inspire me. I think I got my inspiration from
The Nollywood industry.
Simba Shepherd and Bruce Willis on Moonlighting. You see? Some stand night. I think I'm a Bruce Willis fan.
Okay. You know what I wanted to say to you quickly before I let you go. You said assassination cannot work for you. You got it gone. So it's actually you're gonna do Bruce Willis for them in that film, innit? Is that what?
No, and naturally, I was born. I'm a strong man. I'm not scared of anybody. If you want to kill me, you are scared of dying.
Yes, yes.
Bring it on.
You have to be.
Bring it on.
You have to be.
Who gave you the authority? Nobody has monopoly of violence.
Yeah.
And if government can give men like us gun to protect ourselves, we protect ourselves. So I go to my shooting range and I shoot more than the assassin. He only gets the gun when he wants to go and work.
Yeah.
I have my gun all the time with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I play with it like my toy.
Wow.
So you come on. Let's
Bring it
see
on.
what's going to happen.
Bring it on. Let's go
Bring
for it. We might end up recording a Nollywood film out of it, innit?
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Let's try it.
Emeka Ike, I really appreciate your time today. Emeka Ike is a Nollywood film producer. He's an actor. He's a film writer as well. And he likes action movies, the way I see it. Maybe a little bit of romantic as well, because I saw a lot of romantic titles there. And your Instagram page, how many followers you have on Instagram page?
It's not been verified now, and I refuse to buy followership because I know I have millions of lovers. So with time, it will be verified. Just about 70,000 or thereabouts.
70,000 is still a lot anyway. 70,000 is still a lot. So we don't want you to buy followership, because buying followership will give you a fake information, and you will not know where you stand, and which is going to be a big problem. Someone said you always feature in romantic movie. Whoa. You always feature in romantic movies, right? How will your wife and your baby girl take that?
Oh, come on. My wife knows that I make movie for a living, so she should be ready to face it.
Okay.
That's how I pay the bill. If I get to Hollywood, like I'm trying to be in Hollywood right now, I'm going to do more movies, you know. So it's all about telling story.
Yeah.
I tell you something. I was kissing one of the stars in those days. I broke her heart, and she was crying. And when you cry, you bleed from the eye, you bleed from the nose. And somehow you get a taste in your mouth. And the director said I have to make up and kiss her. And I was kissing her and I was tasting the salty thing in her mouth. Now somebody watching the movie is going like, oh my God, this guy is having fun. I was telling the director, please cut. Cut. And he said, no, I need that Hollywood. That's Mr. Ifeanyi. He said, I need that Hollywood kiss. Keep kissing her. So now tell me, is that fun? I was just doing my job.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. I promise you, someone said you are his brother, Princess Princess Wereme said you are our brother and says hello to you online. So there's an article that says a pastor broke your marriage.
The pastor was, I don't call him a pastor, because a pastor is supposed to be a role model.
Yeah.
A man that has only one church in the whole of Nigeria.
Yeah.
One church. He can't open another branch. He doesn't have a second pastor that preaches his message. I don't know that kind of pastor. I went to my house and I found out that she's in your church. We don't attend your church. We attend Redeem. I make her school in Redeemed Bible School. So she's a Redeemed pastor, as it were. But when they were set to play this game, she found herself in that guy's church.
Okay.
I don't call him a pastor. He's a guy.
Okay.
He fries his hair. He speaks fake grammar. He calls he calls Bible, he uses names that will wow anybody to express himself. People, I never knew Apocalypse is an Italian or French name for revelation. But those of us that didn't know what it was in those days, Apocalypse. He's full of trying to deceive people with fake things. He does not express the word of God like people like Chris Oyakilome. Chris Oyakilome breaks down the Bible. He has understanding. He's well read. He has plenty branches all over the world. They are men of God. When you see them, you know they are men of God. He's just a man in a coven. You call this man, I hear my wife is in your church, and he will busy your call. You call him again, hello sir, please, can I talk to you? Then I was hurt. I needed to talk to somebody.
Wow.
He's busy my call. Then my son will come and tell me how every Sunday brethren give gifts to divorced women. So every last Sunday of the month, if you're a divorced woman in that church,
you get some gifts.
You are blessed. Oh, you get some gifts. And I'm sure those brothers with plenty of will bring in some gift for special sisters. Oh, show them love. The Lord says, show them love. Lustful church. That's what he runs. He runs an association of losers. Because if a man cannot teach you the word of God, if a man is not sound enough to know what to do in a case like this, then why is he calling himself a man of God?
Dangerous.
When there's a situation like this, you invite the woman, you invite her husband. You speak with them. Not buy her a BlackBerry phone, BlackBerry passport phone, give her 500,000. You are encouraging her. And you say, oh, she hasn't, we just separated. Please, where is my wife? I hear she's coming to your church, sir. Can I see her? You're busy my call. Get you a man of God. That's not a man of God.
Fantastic.
I'm sure you have enjoyed his loss now. I'm sure he has not mistake. I'm sure
I have something I have to ask.
Shame on you.
We've done this in English. I would love to have this interview again in Igbo language. Would you do us the honor? Maybe tomorrow?
No, I won't do this in Yoruba or anything.
No, in Igbo.
I won't do so. It's okay. Anybody that does it can do subtitling.
In Igbo language. Igbo language. Not Yoruba.
You can subtitle in Igbo for them. It's okay. Subtitle is allowed.
No. This one of our presenter who is from your local government area, who knows you very well, is begging and said, can I please interview this man in his native language? Conversation.
Why not? But Joseph, I'm too busy to give this time again. I've given you too much time of my time.
Okay, I know.
So
that.
You find a way to help out.
Okay, we will find a way to subtitle it. Thank you.
Much more later, some other time, maybe in 2 months or 3 months' time.
That would be great. That would be great. Mr. Emeka Ike, I have to say a very big thank you for honoring our invitation. And I want to thank JT Rogers and Shola Adekola for facilitating this interview. I am richly blessed and honored to be speaking to you from Heritage Television. And I'm sure a lot of people online who are listening to us and enjoying this conversation with you are richly blessed as well. I want to say thank you and hope to see you again very soon on the film set and see your clothing line as well. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us. Till then, I see you. I come your way again, or another person come your way again. Bye-bye and God bless.
Everybody in London, have you heard that Heritage Television has come up with something new? All your functions and celebrations can now be multi-camera live stream that was only reserved for the rich and famous. Having a function in London can be viewed clean and clear immediately from any part of the world. Trust Heritage TV to give you a better reach. Heritage Television also does photography that will make you the envy of all your friends and family. Heritage Television is the best. All your functions like birthdays, funerals, weddings, church anniversaries or harvest. Heritage Television is the master. We are in the heart of London with an ultra-modern equipped studio. You can call us on 020-800-46100 or email us info@heritagetv.co.uk or mobile 0734 1234 560. Heritage Television will do you proud.